Good morning, dear students. Today I shall continue the fourth poem After the Liquor by Robert Southey. This poem is about English and French War, which was fought in 1704 between the English and the French. This poem is written by Robert Southey. Robert Southey was the poet laureate. He died in 1843. After his death, William Wordsworth was appointed as the poet laureate. This poem was also written in 6-line stanza form. Eleven stanzas are in this poem. Let us start the poem. It was a summer evening. Old Casper's work was done. Old Casper was a farmer. After completing his work, he came back home. And it was the summer evening. He was enjoying the summer evening sitting by his cottage. As he before his cottage door, before means in front of his cottage door, he was sitting and was enjoying the summer evening. Was sitting in the sun in front of his cottage door. He was sitting in the sun and was enjoying the sun. And by him, sported on the green, his little grandchild well in mind. And by him, beside him, where he was sitting, just beside him, his grandchild, sported means played. His grandchild, Wilhelmine, was playing near the greenery, and he was sitting in front of his cottage door in the sun and was enjoying the summer evening. She saw her brother Peter. The grandchild Wilhelmine saw her brother Peter King roll something large and round. He was rolling something large and round. That was looking like a football, and he was rolling that thing and was playing with that large and round thing, which he beside the rivulet. Rivulet means a stream, a kind of river. In playing there had found. While he was playing near the rivulet, near the river, near the stream, he found that large and round thing, and so he was playing and bringing to the house. Means there was a curiosity in the mind of the child to know about that large and round. He came to ask what he had found that was so large and smooth. When he came, what he had found. When he came near his grandfather, Caspar, he asked a question to his grandfather. What is this large, smooth and round thing, which he got near the stream? Old Caspar took it from the boy. Seeing a skull in the hand of his grandson, old Caspar took it, snatched it from his hand, who stood expectant by. But when his grandmother took that skull from his hand, snatched the skull from his hand, the boy was very eager. He was expectant. He was expecting and hoping to get a reply from his grandfather. He thought that that's why his father his grandfather snatched it from his hand. So he stood there to get a reply of his question which he asked. And then the old man shook his head. And with a natural sigh was reflected through his face, his words. It is some poor fellow's skull, he said, who fell in the pit. He replied, old Caspar replied, that this is the skull of a poor soldier who sacrificed his life in the great battle, the battle between the English and the French. I find them in the garden. Old Caspar replied, I find them in the garden, for there are many here about. In the garden there are many skulls are there. I found a lot of skulls there. And often then I go to plow. The plowshare turns them out. Plowshare means broad blade of a plow. Means when he was going to till his field with the plow head, the skulls were coming out from the depth of the earth, and in this way he got a lot of skulls. For many thousands men, he said, were slain in that game. Slain means killed. For many thousand men, he said. Means old Caspar said that many thousand men were killed in that game. Now tell us what it was all about. Young Peterkin, he cries. Young Peterkin cries and asked why they were fighting and what is the result of this great battle. And little Welmehan looks up with wonder-waiting eyes. And Peterkin's sister was also very eager, and she was also waiting for the reply from her grandfather, and with her wonder-waiting eyes, she was also waiting to get the answer. Now tell us all about the war and what they fought each other for. Now tell us everything about the war. Because both of them, Peterkin, grandson and grandchild, both of them wanted to know why they were fighting the great battle. It was the English, Caspar, right, who put the French to rout. Rout means complete destruction and defeat. It was the English who defeated the French, completely destroyed the French, Caspar cried. But what they fought each other for, I could not well make out. Means I cannot explain it neatly why they were fighting, but everybody said, quoth he. He quoth means said. Everybody said that it was a famous victory, it was a great victory. My father lived in Welmehan then. Old Caspar said that his father was living in Welmehan at that time. Beyond means beyond, little stream. Where you got a skull near the stream, beyond that little stream, hard by means nearby that little stream, his father was also living there. They burnt his dwelling to the ground. Means they burnt his house to the ground, and he was forced to fly. And his father, his old Caspar's father, was forced to leave his house to save their lives. So with his wife and the child he fled. Now had he where to rest his head. Means with his wife, with his children, He ran away from there, he fled from there to search a new dwelling place because the old one was burnt. With fire and sword, the country round, with fire and sword, the country round was wasted far end. With fire and sword, the country round was wasted far and wide, means there was a great destruction and devastation was caused due to that war. Okay. And many a childing mother then, and many a mother expecting a child and newborn babies were killed in that great battle. But things like that, must be at every famous victory. But such kind of things will happen only at a great battle, at a great victory. They say it was a shocking sight. Both Biterkin and Bellingham both say it was a shocking sight. After the field was won. Means when the battle was won, it was a very shocking sight. For many thousand bodies here lay rotting in the sun. Many thousand bodies were laying rotting in the heat of the sun. No one was their owner. No one claimed that the body belongs to their family. But things like that, must be after a famous victory. But such kind of thing will happen after a famous victory. Great praise the Duke of Melbourne won. Duke of Melbourne, the English general, commander of the British forces in the war of the Spanish succession. The great praise the Duke of Melbourne. After the battle, Duke of Melbourne won a great praise. He was praised highly. And our great Prince Eugene, Austrian general, born in France, with Melbourne, he defeated the French at Bellingham. Why? It was a very big thing, said Little Bellingham. Little Bellingham said that it was a big thing. Nay, nay, my little child, little girl, quoth he, it was a famous thing. Don't say such kind of thing, my little grandchildren, but it was a great victory according to Prince Eugene and Duke of Melbourne. And everybody praised the Duke. Duke was praised by everybody. Who this great fight did won? Who won this great battle by sacrificing the lives of many